Okay, so if you are seeing this message, I am getting the sense that this is going to be a love reading. It's been in the background of the reading so far, but today it's a little, it's come more to the forefront. I have been hearing that song, as in like all morning, by Whitney Houston, Bring Me a Higher Love. So I feel like you've been asking, source, or just kind of wondering when is it going to be my time kind of thing. But it feels like, well, I mean, of course, I've been saying this, and so many others say this. What's meant for you is yours. Okay, whatever's supposed to come in for you is going to come in. But in order for this to come in, and this feels like the third love, I guess you can say. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but I remember hearing something about, like, we experience three loves in our lifetime. One is, that childish, that puppy love kind of feeling. The other one is the tough lessons, the one that, sometimes can break us down to the point where we lose our sense of self. But the reason for that entering our lives is to rebuild with a stronger sense of self. Okay. But I feel like you've already been through that. That's done and dusted, as they say. Like, it's over. You've moved past it. You're not pining for that person in the past. You are ready for something better, which is why, that lyric is higher love. It's not just bring me anyone. It's bring me the person that is right for me. Bring me the person that is not completes me, but I see two people walking together, and it's not like a puzzle piece, but I mean, the way I see it is like they're lights. They're like what's surrounding them as they're holding hands. It blends so beautifully, so that there are like these light pastel colors around each of them, and when they're holding hands, it just becomes this beautiful, like, I don't know, like this golden orb around their hands. It's lovely. So that's what you're calling in. You're over that second tough lessons kind of love. Okay, you're long past that. Okay, let's see what the cards want to tell us about that, and I'll let you know if I get anything else. Oh, right off the bat, these two fell out. Okay, soulmate just fell out, but along with soulmate came moods. I feel like this is you, but I think you have to control your obviously this says moods, so moods is going to come out when I'm speaking, but that's you have to control your, not emotions, your mental state, I want to say. How do I put this? It's not like you're manifesting anything like negative. That's not what I want to say. It's more like your emotions are kind of going up and down. Like I said, you're asking for love. You're asking the universe, like, when is it my turn? But then you're also kind of trying to act like, well, I don't want it. I don't care. I could do it on my own. It doesn't really matter to me. But it does. So why are you saying that? You can, move through life confident in yourself, and you should. That's the exact state you want to be in order to attract that kind of third, higher purpose love, right? You don't want to be needy, because I feel like that just takes you back to that level 2 kind of love, that tough lesson love. That's not where you are. So sure, be self-assured, be centered, know yourself, but also don't lie to yourself is what's coming through. Like, you're ready to be loved, so it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're connected. You have that connection to source and to your guides. You understand you have that unconditional love, but you want something here, like, tangible, which, again, understandable. Let's see what else comes out. But yeah, don't lie to yourself. But, it's okay to, okay. I see the strength card, like I see the lion. And in that card, the woman is holding like a fierce lion. So we're talking about emotions. Where are we going with this? I did say with moods, you have to control your moods. I think you've had to be so strong for so long that you kind of... Do you see your softness as weakness? You know, I did a reading about that a while ago, a couple of videos ago, about your kindness not being a liability. You might want to check that out, or just understand that it's okay to express those emotions. Oh my goodness, suddenly that lion's face morphed from being fierce. Okay, so this is what it is. So you have had to put on a strong front for so long and just be this, like, be that fierce lion, to protect yourself, to create those boundaries that you needed, because you are at your core a soft person. But now, you know, the lion's face has morphed into someone or something that's softer, that's more gentle, that has like that quiet strength. You know you can be fierce when you have to. You know, you've established that. So now it's okay to move through life with that knowing, but as the genuinely kind and compassionate person that you are. So it's okay to be loving and to be loved and to want love. Totally okay. Yeah, that's what I get from that strength, that, you know, the vision of the strength card, because it had me focus on the lion's face, and first the lion looks really fierce, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's tamed and it's calm, and so that's you. It's you. Okay, let's see if anything else comes out. Okay, it was about to fly out and then it just went back in. Spirit said, nope, that's not it. Intuition. Okay, so over this time, you have been strengthening your intuition. So use it to guide you. With this, it feels like your intuition is leading you to those places where... Okay. Whoa, a ding and the alarm. Okay, yes. Okay, your intuition is guiding you to those places where you will potentially meet this person. And it's not to say that only go out in order to meet that one person. Okay, don't put that pressure on yourself. That's not what it's about. It's about putting yourself in the environments that you want to be in, that you feel comfortable in, where you feel like you can be that soft, calm, tamed lion, where you don't have to have your defenses up all the time. That's where you want to go, and your intuition is telling you, like, it's guiding you, like, okay, you want to go to these, you know, these are the invitations you want to accept, and these are the ones that you want to kind of say, you know what, I'll pass this time, maybe next year, maybe next time. Okay, because you have had to build those boundaries up, which is totally okay. But follow those little sparks, you know, the little, I guess you can say, like, nuggets that source or ancestors wanted to come out. I was going to say angels, but ancestors came out. So maybe you're being guided by passed on loved ones. But follow those cues. If you see, you know, there's a fair and that's where you want to go, do that. Go. You never know who you're going to meet, and it could just be... Soulmate doesn't always have to mean just that one person who is going to be in your life in a romantic sense. It can also refer to, you know, a friendship that will then blossom into romance. Could be. Or it could just be, you know, just a really good friend who helps you through the last few steps that you need to work through. That's also possible. But definitely follow your intuition, because I'm seeing, like, you know, in the cartoons where they draw animals in with the scent of food, and there's like this mist of a hand that's calling them in like this, but I see more of like a light that is like pushing you, like telling you, go there, do that. That is where you need to go. You need to put yourself out there more. So it's kind of like you might feel something like actually feel it, in your body. Feel like there's something pushing you on your back, like, oh, do it. It's okay. Go have fun. Get out there again. You've had your defenses up for so long. You don't need it anymore. Well, no, that's not what I want to say. You don't need to be on the defense anymore. You can kind of take things easy a bit, accept the light, because you fought the darkness for so long. Wow. Okay, that just came out. Yeah, you probably had to deal with a lot of really difficult people in your family relationships, friend circles, people that you've kept in your life for so long just because of who they were to you, but not necessarily because they added anything, like any joy to it. They did add, unbeknownst to them, when they treated you poorly, they were also giving you, with each of those, I see like each of those barbs, but those barbs turn into little lessons that you can put into your pocket. And it gave you knowledge, it gave you wisdom. You learned both how you will accept, the treatment that you would accept, and also you learned how you don't want to be in the world, which is an equally valuable lesson, right? I think when some people grow up in difficult childhood experiences, that's really one of the things that they draw out the most, is that's not how they want to behave. So they act differently. You actually hear that with why is that parenting is coming up. So maybe that's something that you're dealing with, a specific method of parenting that you've been thinking about. That might be confirmation. But, people will often say, well, my parents were so strict on me that I don't want to do that to my child. Not necessarily. As long as you don't go to any extremes. Whatever, I don't want to get into parenting. That's not the point of this. But it's coming out for a reason. Yeah, okay. That's it. They cut me off just now. I think I was babbling too much. That stopped. And this other, moods. Why did I put that there? I put that upside down. So maybe you've been working on that, on controlling your, what do they call those, automatic negative thoughts. You've made a real effort at avoiding that, and kind of not reflecting on the past and how people wronged you, but focusing more on the future, focusing more on the present, so that your future is more positive. Could be. What do I want to use? Which one? Let's see if this has anything else to say. But yeah. So follow those nudges, because I'm seeing that hand on your back again, like pushing you. Are you avoiding it? Don't avoid it. It's okay. And worst comes to worst, you go somewhere, you don't meet any friends, you don't any new friends, you don't meet anyone new, but you had a nice day out. You had a good experience. You had time to just be around people again. Sometimes when you're in that, that solitude, like that, where you're going through those spiritual lessons and those awakenings, you kind of need little baby steps that you have to take, right? To get back out there, because it is, when you sense energies, it is difficult to be around people. I know. Okay. I get it. But you also do have to go out there. You can't just stay at home sheltered, because you'll never learn how to control that. And that's not the point. That's not the point of awakening. And that's not the point of, getting these or reawakening these gifts. The point is so that you can share it with other people and, potentially influence them. You never want to change someone, because everyone has their free will. But you just keep being you. And you'll serve as inspiration, right? If and when they are ready, they may just look to you and be like, okay, you know what? She did it, or he did it. I can too. Maybe I need to reevaluate. They might just look at you and say, oh, that's interesting. Whoa. I'll get to that card in a second, but what I just saw was like two houses. one beautiful, like huge house. And right next to it is this little cottage. And they're both looking out their windows at each other, kind of like pining for what the other one has. So you never know what people are thinking. Like, it might look like they have everything, but on the inside they feel like something's lacking. It doesn't mean that anyone who has, a beautiful house, or, has, like, materialistically seems like they have everything. It doesn't make them a bad person. We have to move through this world. We're in this plane for lessons, and, part of it is existing with beautiful things. Who doesn't want beautiful things? It's okay to surround yourself with those things, as long as you're not too attached to it, right? Okay, I don't want to get too philosophical with that. Those were a lot of cards that just went flying. Okay, everyday life matters, but I'm looking more at this meditation, and that reminds me of moods. And actually, this card fell right out onto moods. Okay, so you have been working on it. There's a reason I turned that upside down. Divine progress. You've been working with the angels. You've been working with your team of light. This says intuition, and we got intuition as well. Inner wisdom, higher guidance, clarity, stability, honesty, foundations, angelic support, fulfillment, practicality. Practicality in everyday life matters. So you've been moving through life as you should, while going through this kind of awakening, which isn't easy, but good for you. And they're letting you know with 444, you might also be seeing that quite a bit. You might be seeing other angel numbers, like you feel like they're stalking you. Every time you look up at the clock, there's some kind of repetitive number, repetitive sequence. 444, 333, 1212 just came to my mind. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I want to say about that. Let's see what fell out here. Moon, taking charge, the Emperor, courageous, bold, brave. Get out there, okay? You can do it. That's what I'm getting from this. And sacred wisdom with the moon also came out as the high priestess. Inner worlds, deepest feelings and thoughts, intuition again, moods again. Yeah. So you've been doing the work. Keep doing the work. Keep going. Wow. So we have the moon here, and then we also have, hold on, let me show you. The other one that fell out was the moon and the hanged man. With sacrifice and surrender, going deeper or getting lost, shadow self, karma or karma, suffering, escapism, isolation. We did just talk about that. So don't continue to isolate yourself, okay? You've done it. You've done enough. It's okay. You've done the work. Get out there. Use your intuition. Use those nudges. Let them guide you. You won't go wrong now because you've worked on it. You've worked on developing that connection. So you'll know when you're supposed to go, or like I see paths, like multiple paths that you can choose from, and there are some that are like highlighted. So you'll know which one to take and which ones to avoid, because those you'll feel the energy if that's what's been going on, and you've been doing that work. And that could also be the reason, like sometimes that can affect your moods. Again, I know you're not, if you feel like something comes out of nowhere, sometimes you're picking up on some other energy, okay? So continue with that spiritual work. That's what the lotus symbolizes to me. Like, you've gone through the muck. You've gone through and done the hard work, and now you've opened up with a more spiritual connection. And it doesn't mean that you have to be like all hippy-dippy, okay? That's not what that... Synthesize it. Like, that's what I get. Work that spirituality into your everyday life matters. Oh, where is that? Oh, here it is. Just pick this one card up. Work that into your everyday life, okay? Just because you're spiritual doesn't mean you have to dress a certain way. You don't have to use certain vocabulary. You don't... it's not necessarily something that you have to wear as like a skin on a cell phone. That's what I'm getting, like this fake suit. That's not what it's about. Why does this keep happening? I have to turn that off, sorry. Yeah, don't wear it like a fake suit. You can still go about your day. You can be in the business world and still maintain your spirituality. It's about how you move through your day, how you interact with people. Yeah, you can be a doctor, you can be a scientist and have your spiritual side. There is nothing wrong with it. It's other people that want to throw labels on us and say you can only be one thing or the other. No. Who says? Who says? You could say it all you want. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. If I want to be spiritual, I will be spiritual. I don't care what you say. Not like that, okay? I'm kidding. But you know where I'm going with this. Integrated into your daily life. I think that's what it was always meant to be. This is a personal opinion, okay? This is not, again, you do what you're guided to do, but I feel like you absolutely can. I'm okay. Yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch, but yeah. So I just got a vision of someone who goes clubbing. If you like dancing, go dance. That's okay. You like music, you enjoy, it makes you happy, it brings you joy. That's okay, as long as you're not, I don't know, overindulging came out. As long as you're not using it as a way to escape, responsibilities and things that you really have to take care of on this plane, do things that bring out your creativity, that bring out the joy in your life. It's all right. Obviously, if you go clubbing, don't overindulge in alcohol, and please do not take anything. Don't buy anything. Don't Okay, I don't want to say anything that's going to get me in trouble on here, so won't get me trouble. Okay. All right, I'm going to put these away. I think that is it for now. You are calling in a higher love. It is okay to embrace that softer spiritual side of yourself. Integrate that into your everyday life matters. Move through the world as this evolved person. You don't have to shove your spirituality and your beliefs in someone's face. That's not what it's about. Just be you. Being you is enough. Being you is going to serve as someone's inspiration, because remember, those two people in those houses are looking at each other. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what someone else is thinking. Someone who looks like they have it all is pining for peace, because, in order to upkeep all of that, it takes a lot of their energy. And then someone who seemingly has it all materialistically is pining for the peace and the life of ease that they view the person in the cottage as having. But the person in the cottage is also, they're showing me, they're going to the well to get their water, they're gardening for their own food. So that is also work. It takes energy. It's just what suits you. You have to find what brings you joy. And you have to work on your spirituality. You will. Is that what wanted to come? I don't know. I have no idea what that was. Your spirituality. Integrate that into your daily life so you can find that peace in the chaos. That is the point of it. Okay, so you can handle anything that life throws at you because you are centered. You understand who you are. You understand how you want to move through life. You always have choices. You always have a choice in terms of how you want to respond. You can respond in a way that causes damage, either emotionally, physically, whatever. Or you can respond in a way where you get your point across, but it's not, I see someone whacking everything, like all the vegetation in the jungle. It's not, what do I want to say with that? You're not tearing everything down, recklessly tearing everything down with your words, with your actions. Okay? So yeah, follow those nudges. because they're pushing you, they're showing you. You've connected, you've done that work, which is good. Bravo, good for you. Okay, keep that up. Keep that connection strong, because that is going to take you to where you need to be. And that's how you'll meet the person, your soulmate, or even soulmates. So, could be friends, lifelong friends, could be that one person, that higher love again. Okay? All right, that's all I got. Yeah, I don't feel called to use this. I shuffled it, but I think we got everything we need for today. Okay, so if you celebrate, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. It is Christmas Eve when I'm recording this. And if you celebrate Hanukkah, I hope you have, I think we're up to the 4th day. I didn't check. I didn't see this morning. 4th or 5th day. But have a very happy Hanukkah, the rest of the days, Kwanzaa, anything. Whatever. And if you don't celebrate any of these holidays, just enjoy the festive season, okay? It is a lovely time. Because so many people are, I don't know, it feels like hope. It feels like hope in a cold environment. Like I just see this light amongst the snow, like this light coming up from the ground. That's what it feels like. For me, I'm in the Northeast of the United States, so it's usually cold during this time of year. Okay, so anyway, if this resonated, please leave a comment. And whenever you're seeing this, I hope you have a wonderful day or night. I will see you in the next video. Bye.